What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan with the Rideshare panel. Today's video is very exciting. Honestly, it might be the most exciting video that I've done so far because today is a battle to see who is the last one standing between Instacart and DoorDash. No, this is not a paid infomercial for Christmas shopping with my Christmas themed credit cards here. It is a battle to see who is the last one standing, and we have two competitors who are really going to duke it out. Only one will survive, so make sure that you stay through the full video because there's going to be a lot dropping here, and I'm going to announce at the end of the video who is the last service standing, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you do decide during this video that you want to sign up to deliver or shop for one of these apps, you can use my link down below because there may be a sign up bonus involved for you if you use that link. As always, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure you tune into this full video because some stuff has gone down lately in the food delivery and shopping industry that is really, it's having drivers question a lot about what's been going on and if they can trust either of these services. We're going to dive fully into that, but we're going to start off with driver pay. So this duel is going to break down into 4 different rounds. The first round, we're going to look at driver pay, as I mentioned earlier, and in the second round, we're going to look at customer service. The third round, we're going to look at PR and how both of these companies have responded to recent PR scandals that have just come up in the media. You've probably heard a lot about them. Fourth round, we're going to look at overall experience, what it's like to deliver and shop for each of these companies. And by the end of these rounds, there's going to be a clear winner. We're going to see how it is. So let's go ahead and hop into round 1 right now and let the battle begin. All right, let's take a look at my DoorDash driver pay for 2 batches that I did on February 1st. Now I'm using 2 different batches because each of these orders was a little bit different. One of them was with no prime time, and that order paid me $6.50. It took about 30 minutes to complete. The other order paid almost $11, and that was in a huge primetime surge, which I really only find during the dinner time hour here in Seattle. That order, that batch, paid me about $11 total, and it took closer to 20 minutes. So my average time here per order on DoorDash is usually 20 to 30 minutes. I will do about 2 orders per hour, and overall I'm making $15 to $20 an hour, but I'm only delivering during dinner time. If I'm trying to deliver during regular hours during the day, I'm not even picking up orders a lot of time. If I am, they're guaranteed to be about $6.50. During lunchtime, occasionally you get a surge, but usually they're about $6.50. And because orders are more scarce, there's less drivers out there. That means that I end up driving further on those too and racking up a lot more expenses. With DoorDash, my expenses do turn out to be pretty high because a lot of orders that they're requesting me on are 5-6 miles or further. And expenses really add up at this point. Depending on what market you're in, you may not even be making much money. You may be making very little money if you're driving further than 5 miles to pick up and deliver a food item with DoorDash. So DoorDash pay, if you're driving at the right times, it's not terrible. If you drive at dinner time, it can be good, but there are some things to watch out for, and overall, I don't think that the pay for DoorDash is really worth it. It's just not that great. All right, now let's take a look at Instacart earnings. I'm gonna show you a batch that I did today, and it actually paid out really well. So I was online for a total of 2 hours. I set out a 2-hour time period, but I actually didn't plan on working this full time. So I was actively shopping and dropping off groceries for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now I've only been doing Instacart for a few weeks, so my time's gonna improve a lot. I'm actually pretty slow at the moment, and I think I'll be getting my, my orders down to a much faster pace as we go forward. This order today paid out a little over $24, and you can see the breakdown in the app, how it's calculated, the base pay, and then my bonus, and then tips. On top of this, I actually received a $10 cash tip from my customer. And my customer was really excited, really grateful that I made this delivery for her. People generally acknowledge that dropping off groceries and taking the time to shop is saving them a lot of time, and they're really happy about it. So my total payout was $34 during this time period, and I got to make someone's day. I got to make this lady very happy that I picked up all of her groceries for her and did it quickly. I felt really good about myself. And I do want to show you one more batch that I've done with Instacart, and I'm actually going to show you my second batch ever. Just for learning purposes, it's not a great gauge on how much you're going to make per hour because I was ridiculously slow on this batch. My average speed per item was like 3 minutes and something, and the average for all of Seattle and my areas a little over a minute. So I was taking close to 3 times as long as I should have, and the overall active time on this batch was close to an hour and 40 minutes. My payout for that order was a little over $20. You can see the breakdown once again. You know how it adds up to be about a $14 base pay, some boost earnings, and then a tip. So, you know, once again, earnings are good here, but not a great metric for my hourly earnings. Overall, I'm going to have to give this winner to Instacart for a couple of reasons. When you get your speed down, you really are making more per hour base than you are with DoorDash. Tips are also much better. Customers are more appreciative. I'm always getting a tip when I'm working for Instacart, not so much with DoorDash. Another third reason that I like doing Instacart is because I'm getting these orders during the middle of the day when a lot of other services aren't that busy. Lyft or Uber might not be that busy. You know, DoorDash, you're not going to get any orders during this time period, but it's substantial work during the middle of the day, and it's really good pay during that time of the day. Pay is better, and it's more consistent with Instacart. The second aspect that we're going to look at between these two companies is customer service. Now, if you've ever done any sort of work for DoorDash or Instacart, you already know quite a bit about the customer service, and there's a very clear winner here. Honestly, I don't like to throw shade, but DoorDash might have the worst customer service of all time. You know, not just compared to Instacart, compared to everybody. They outsource most of their customer service to third world countries, so if you are able to get someone on the phone, their English probably isn't going to be that good, and they tend to have low patience for whatever reason. They're not that happy about what they're doing. I've emailed DoorDash, and it took me about a month to hear back from them. A month. And that email was cut and paste. It was, you know, the standard, they just pulled something from their guidebook and put it in the email. It didn't actually answer my question. I was pretty upset about that. So, you know, DoorDash almost doesn't have customer service. It's that bad. It's non-existent. Instacart, on the other hand, you know, in the 2 or 3 weeks that I've been working with Instacart, their customer service has been really good. Their customer service will send me texts in the app asking how things are going, you know, if they want me to work longer that day. And it's, you know, it's pretty polite, it's pretty nice. If I'm having any sort of issues in the app, I can call Instacart customer service and get someone on the phone, usually within a minute, and they've always solved my problems. You know, I haven't had a ton of issues, so I can't speak for everything, but I've been very pleased. I always leave my conversation with Instacart customer service feeling like a problem has been solved and actually feeling more positive going forward about the rest of that order. I can't say this about much customer service in the rideshare industry. So, you know, obviously, once again, Instacart takes the cake here. It wasn't, you know, this round lasted for a solid 10 seconds. It was a quick knockout here with Instacart. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round 3 of the fight is taking off. Instacart is looking like the clear winner at this point. DoorDash kind of hoping to fight back a little bit. What we're going to be looking at is a recent PR incident that has come up with both of these companies. It's really hit hard in the food rideshare, you know, delivery industry. And that's the fact that these companies have been taking driver tips and using them to pay out the base pay for drivers. Both of these companies, Instacart and DoorDash, have been caught doing this, but they've addressed the issue very differently. Instacart, on the one hand, has said that they will pay out retroactively to drivers that have been on with Instacart for a while. They will pay out those tips that were taken away from them and used to pay for base pay. So they're doing a lot to kind of compensate. And they've also raised the wages for Instacart shoppers. So the average standard full service delivery went from a $7 base pay to a $10 base pay. And in my mind, this does a lot to make Instacart look good right now. They're definitely making themselves seem more trustworthy. I'm happy about the steps that they've taken. Obviously, it hurts a little bit to know that they were taking tips, but they've definitely made better on it. DoorDash, on the other hand, has yet to even address this issue. If you've delivered for DoorDash at all, you know that tips don't happen very often, and now you know why, because DoorDash has been taking those tips and using them to pay out your base pay. I've been tipped 3 or 4 times in 100 deliveries, 100 plus deliveries with DoorDash, actually. That's a very small tip percentage, considering I've been tipped on all of my Instacart shopper deliveries so far. So DoorDash has been taking these tips, and they have not apologized at all. There's actually now a class action lawsuit against them. And this is just the beginning. We have yet to see where this is going, but it's not a good look for DoorDash. Clear winner here, you know, possibly another knockout for Instacart. I don't know why we keep going with these rounds, but there is more information, more to come. So make sure that you stay for the next round because there's some kind of exciting stuff in here. So usually when there's a knockout, the loser kind of just goes away and the fight's over, but DoorDash for some reason will not leave. They're still here, and they're here for a reason. I have had people tell me, I've made a lot of DoorDash videos, and people have said, DoorDash has changed my life. No lie, they've actually told me that. So there are some markets where there might not be a lot of opportunities, and DoorDash does provide that opportunity. They do fill some sort of role, and they do pay out wages to people. So, you know, you can make money driving for DoorDash. That's why they're here. That's why we're still in this round. Let's look at this round, the overall experience delivering, shopping with Instacart or delivering food for DoorDash. Let's start with Instacart. Shopping, you end up at a lot of high-end groceries a lot of times. PCC, Whole Foods, QFC, nice grocery stores. They're pleasant shopping experiences with generally nice people around. I enjoy shopping around at these grocery stores, and as a general rule of thumb, if someone's shopping at a nice grocery store, they're gonna tip higher. It's just, you know, the basics. It always works out in your favor if you're shopping at a nice restaurant or at a nice grocery store. DoorDash, on the other hand, for whatever reason, appeals to people that love fast food. They love to eat unhealthy, and you know, maybe they are tipping, but those tips were just being stolen. We don't actually know. All I know is that I don't receive a whole lot of tips from DoorDash, and when I drop off customers' meals, a lot of times they're kind of mad at me that it took so long, or they don't want to make eye contact. They don't want to say thank you or anything. They just kind of like open the door like this far right here, and then grab the meal and take it and go eat it or do whatever they do with it. It's really not a pleasant experience, and it kind of wears on you over time. I have had a couple of customers that were really nice and thankful about it, and that kind of made it worth my while, but Instacart has had significantly more of those. So once again, overall experience, Instacart's been a lot of fun. DoorDash, not as much. Wow, what a fight, guys. Honestly, I did not even think DoorDash would last that first round. Somehow they made it through all four. But the clear winner in the end is Instacart. So while DoorDash does have a couple of things going for them, Instacart's probably going to be your better option. Hope you guys found this just a little bit humorous here and there. You know, maybe you laughed at one of my jokes. Probably not. But maybe you actually learned something if you stayed for the full video. That's really the end goal here, is to take a little bit away. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, because I'm going to be dropping all of the latest rideshare updates, side hustles, ways to make more money, and have fun while you're doing it. Make sure you do that and tune in for my next video. I'm going to go into more detail about this tipping scam and how DoorDash, Instacart, as well as Amazon Flex have all been taking tips from drivers.